Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Maybe someone of us know this kind of dialogues in your applications or not. The problem is that servers all consume different kinds of services. Sometimes services are dead or are not valid, and if someone comes to portal, he met with non-function services or some parts, and there is a problem that who is responsible for this faults? There is one sentence for our end user. You are forcing me to sin because when using the portal I always start cursing. So we would like to avoid this cursing of end users. Because the quality of services are crucial for their use, we must keep attention on it. Not only availability, but of quality of service itself and data which it consists. Because we met many of dead links and etc., we started to prepare a catalog of clean services. How we do it. The first step, we try to harvest catalogs from different sources, but only WMS services or view services in Spark context. From catalogs, application profile ISO version 2.02. The catalogs are periodically each night harvested to central repository. But the problem is with sources. We try to use GEOSS registry where is many catalogs listed, as well as InSpark GeoPortal, and some catalogs we know about, but the list is not complete, of course. There is many problems. There is no world central catalog of catalogs where we could start with. Classical search engines as like Google, etc., doesn't find endpoints of catalogs, and sometimes on portal sites the underlying catalogs are not presented with their native address. And of course, many catalogs where are listed in GEOSS registry, for instance, are not responding. There is example. NASA catalog doesn't operate, and many others which are in GEOSS registry. So we cannot rely on it. There is a list of harvested catalogs. We try to take all listed in InSpark GeoPortal, and there are others we include in the harvesting mechanism. Let me share some problems we met with you. Maybe you are facing the similar or the same kind of problems. In catalogs, we always find many data set and services, metadata, very good edited, but there are poor services metadata in GEOSS and in other catalogs. For instance, missing abstracts, missing keywords and location, etc. Sometimes in catalogs there are addresses not to connecting point to services, but to viewers or web pages presented services. In Inspire, there are thematic categories which are mandatory for data sets, but they are not mandatory for services. So when we want to thematically search services, we are not successful because there are no Inspire rules for thematic categorization of services, and in other catalogs outside Inspire the situation is the same. Sometimes we met with each service operates on links which could link to a data sets which service operates on. The operates on links are very often broken. And service type is not clear. I will show you in next slides. After harvesting, we start another process to test if capabilities document of service is available. Again, every night or every day. If the service is not available, it is hidden and not erased in catalog, because it can be available during next days. It's temporarily unavailable, so each service is stored in catalog, but if it is live or alive or not alive, it is hidden on make visible. There is problem how to detect linkage to service in metadata. The first step, which is compliant to ISO specification, to Inspire requirements, is find it in distribution info linkage. According to Inspire, this linkage should point to get capabilities document. But it isn't true in real life. So we tried to another attempt to find, protocol which is listed in many catalogs where WMS can be detected. Sometimes when distribution info is valid link, it always stops here. There is no this part of URL. So we detect it by this WMS in protocol. But not all services has it in order. So the third attempt is find identification for contents, operation connect points linkage, where the service name is get capabilities. When we find the address, we start to grab get capabilities document and find the layers and other elements if the service is available. The next step will be to try to get map info and so on if the service really is operating. We prepared some tools for giving automatic feedback to the providers. Of course, RSS channels automatic mail notifications to providers, and some kind of hearbet record. There is a mobile version of harvest reports and some problems with harvested services. And there is a hearbit protocol. You see the green colors are alive, red crosses are dead. You can see the service, the layer element not found. So there is some page, but it's HTML page describing service. It is not service itself. So, the results. We harvested more than 2,000 services, and the service type, we looked for a service type WMS. Because there is no strict rules, you see the different meanings. WMS, this number, OGC WMS, view according to Inspire, view, and view service. There is a different interpretation of this element. I think we need, I don't know how Inspire use view, because WMS is more known outside Inspire project. We have more entropy in this interpretation. So I would like to discuss with providers to provide more harmonization between terms, between filling the metadata elements and so on. Together, if we make this summary, 1,860 WMS are alive in this catalog. So, and there is the catalog connected to EnviroGrid's GeoPortal, where the whole world services can be browsed and shown in the portal. And there is some kind of mobile client, and on mobile client we can access the catalog. There is the coordinates of our conference, and there is the found services which are alive. There is the service metadata detail, and again the geological map put in the into mobile portal browser, and some legend. So we will like to continue this work and enlarge or use another services and put them into portal and make cleaning to enable people to get to valid services in the scope of this project. Thank you for attention.